Well, I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce the father of the bride, Mr. Peter Moritz.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everybody. So glad you're all here. What's that? Bit higher. Yes. Good afternoon and welcome. Again. Today we're going to get a special for those who have travelled here at some distance. Greetings friends, Ginny and bridesmaid connected. Janines friend Sue, Janines friend and bridesmaid Suzanne, all the way from Google. Also Rhett's friends, Stuart and Helen, and best man Shane. Now, it's some time ago now since Jenny was a little girl. I remember those days quite well. Playing with her brothers in the garden, and the family holidays to the beach, playing in the sand and making sandcastles, or walking through the countryside. Seems so long ago now, but I remember also taking her to school, and the swimming and dancing lessons. Wonderful memories. How about that time you do realise that one day she will marry and I'll have to give her away to someone else? It's been maybe a little longer than expected. You also wonder at that time what your future son-in-law will be like. Well, he was the right person for you. Well, I can tell you now that Rhett is an excellent fellow. All that one could hope for in a husband for Janine and as in a son-in-law. I know that Ginny and Rhett are like-minded people. They share many common interests, and I wish them both all the happiness for a long and happy marriage. And I'll ask you all now to be upstanding. The toast of our very major glass of tea, Ginny and
that's what is wonderful. It only took 4 years and Janine to bring you out. I'd like to introduce the groom, Mr. Rhett, Damien Hewitt.
Motivates of Darren, Edwin, something even worse. I'm doing a great job. I'm on 10 minutes, I haven't rehearsed, I'm not used to using a microphone, so please bear with me. I'd like to quickly thank Peter, and I know how hard it is to speak, it was really good to step up first. And he stole a few bit of my material because I was going to thank everyone that's come from all over the place. Particularly the Australians, and I had a bit of a, Neil, you're Australian, that's my joke that I've had for years. What's in there? Sorry, it's a joke. You've got random people. Apparently Alex is Australian as well. So welcome Alex. Good to meet you. I'm going to say again about thanks to Janine and Janine for coming over to the US, particularly because Janine came over for this Janine's Henry. So that's lots of mileage, which is quite impressive. I probably should look up, but I'm going to have to read my notes a bit here. I'm also going to thank Suzanne again because when we stopped over in Dubai last year, she put us up, and one of my mates just didn't put us up. So, in case you're wondering where my mates are, yeah, I have got some friends really. And thanks again for coming over. Last one, it's quite a good one, quite pertinent. Is Ryan and Karen actually changed their holiday to come back a day early. When you realise they were in Ibiza, that's pretty amazing. Because I'm sure I would have done that. But, thanks very much. Thanks very much. It's been a bit of a year of weddings, as you may be aware. For both sides of the Janine-Marie circular equation. We were lucky enough to go to Shane Crew's wedding. Next up, we've got Neil and Becky's wedding. There is no, don't trust me, do you? We're not going to because I was going to that. Sandwich in between, just in case you don't think it's all about me. I've got Mads is here. He's getting married. Unfortunately, we're on honeymoon. Lucy and Ollie could be confusing. There's two Lucy and Ollies. One married. One's going to get married next year. It's amazing. And Alana and Jack, who are getting married. We're going and see them married. And it was very good there. So we're going to the next. I've covered quite wide. Got a massive list. I'll give you very swiftly. On a little more serious note, we had some over 90s that there's 4 over 90s we're really thinking about today. 3 of them, my grandmother, Janine's auntie and Kathy, can't make it today. I'm sure they'd love to. On a more sad note, Janine's granddad, Leonard, passed away last week. And I've written that great innings. I think that's a really hopefully as sensitive as possible way to describe it, because he was in his mid-90s. When I first met him, I used to hear amazing stories about his World War II stories and how he could have played football, and it was brilliant. So I'm weighing up a little bit, I'm sure. You just raise your glasses and have a quick taste to Leonard. It's a bit difficult for Janet and Victor over here. And cheers. So, help for the wedding. It's a massive topic of fish. Anyone that knows me well, I'm in the bottom quartile in that section. Janet and Peter, if you see anything creative here, it's going to be one of 4 people, all on this table. My mum, Janet, Peter, and Janine. Flowers for my mum. Cake was also, flowers for my mum and Janet and Janine, but trying to read the whole stuff. Janet did the cake with Janine the other day, which you'll see later. It's pretty amazing. It rustled that number up. The flowers are pretty good. Table signs. Wow, love the table signs. Both places that we've lived for our time together and prior. Hopefully some familiar names on there here. That was Peter. As you can tell, these guys are really creative and done a good job. And I'm very grateful that they're helping us out, and mostly because of Janine's imagination doing that, so it's been fantastic. Quick thank you on the subject of youngsters to Aurelie, and of course my sister Fleur for doing a reading. That was very eloquently done, and I've got a little thank you, but I won't wander over there because it will delay everything over there. I'll give you a little letter later. No selfie sticks either, don't worry about that. So, I can't believe you didn't put that on the wedding invitation. Didn't think that. Didn't think that Anna would be the selfie stick victim here. I was worried about Stewie. But there you go. Moving on to thank yous. Obviously, we've got fortunate a new mother and father-in-law. Thanks for welcoming to the family. See where Janine got all of the creativity from. Some of the things that Janet's made for everyone. It's been pretty amazing. Peter's pretty clever at making steam trains as well. And I'm very pleased that you've welcomed me into your family and that you're so easygoing. A great connection makes it. Things like when I moved to the house, it would look very different if it wasn't for the Peter. There would be no shelving, no curtains, the electrics might be a bit dodgy. So I'm very grateful. We've had a wonderful day and we've got a very, very small Janines week. So next year we'll go out and out and on steam train and have a good day together. Hopefully this will take our appreciation. Moving swiftly on to obviously my mum and dad. Probably don't need next to this because I know them pretty well. Play golf with them on Thursday. It's so great that I can play golf with my mum and dad and I really enjoy it. It's been Dexy's probably made some jokes about it. I never really thought I'd get married. I used to go to weddings. But I'm so pleased it's all come good in the end. And I'm probably not as relieved as my parents who long given up. Any odds of this happening, even when they met the lovely girl like Janine, they couldn't believe it. So that was awesome. And I'm going to quick note because my sister already gets to see her wedding. We're both immensely proud. We couldn't be luckier. And we're both so pleased that you've been part of it. And it's awesome that you've done. Yes, well, it's awesome. I know it's in protocol, but it's my mum's 70th in October. So give me a ticket. Protocol today. I wasn't even going to do gifts, but I got overruled on that front, so we're really good from that side. It's fantastic. Bridesmaids are up next on the list. I have to mention Caroline first because she gave birth to Bethany on Sunday and she made it here. And she's doing and we had everything covered because we had 4 other bridesmaids. So they all look equally radiant. It's all been a pleasure over the last 5 years to get to know them all. And I'm really pleased that Janine's got a little something, which I guess, do you want to do the numbers there? Yes, that's it. And we had a toast to the bridesmaids, who all look beautiful, Anzu, Caroline, and little Bethany as well. The bridesmaids, yes. Please drink some Prosecco. There's no Prosecco, we need to do some toast. From the serious note, the bridesmaids looking stunning. I'll move on to the ushers. Paul and Andy are a great way to smile. In fact, I mean, obviously everyone here is really great mine. But these two, I know Paul for Ella, I went to school with him and Alan all those years ago. And in those days, we didn't talk to girls, so we're both, it's turned out well for us. I'd like to thank both for helping out today. Conscientiously, there was not a lot of plan, that was more my fault. We've got a little pack frame. Microphone's still good. So one says Tiddler. That's this chap over here. Thank you, mate. You might recognise the thanks, great guys. Double up on the best man here, and I have joined this family. Hard to leave one or the other out. As you'll see, Darren has been doing some great work on introductions, and Darren and I went back to university in 1993, and I wrote this down, maybe a little bit rude, but when I first wrote it down, I thought, how old is this guy? What's he doing? Is he doing a postgraduate degree? To his credit, he looks exactly the same now. And I'm catching up. So, we've had some great times. And we just came together a lot. That's obviously something that's associated. I mean, there was a time a couple of years ago where I thought I was going to die. He basically got me for it. So, he's another one that I'm really pleased with. He's doing some of the study work and introductions. And I'd like everyone to give a clap to Darren. He actually also did a lot of work on his faculty as well. Some more news classes. I wasn't being very creative there. But I'm sure you'll find use of this. Shane is the other co-best man. You may have noticed he's Australian. The only reason I invited him is I know that every time he sets foot in this country, England always win the Ashes. That's not a fact. That's actually a fact. It's pretty amazing. I lived with Shane for 5 years. As you can imagine, it was probably quite a calm period. It was really good fun. We've had a great year. Shane getting married. Janine and I were so excited to come out to Bali. We had a fantastic holiday. Seeing Sydney. Janine, for my birthday treat, got a Sydney Harbour Bridge. It was one of the best things I've ever done. And it's been a tremendous year. So, Shane, thank you very much. It'll be very nice to you, because Shane's going to do the speech later. And he can be a bit lively. I'm not going there, but that's for you improved to have a glass of something Australian. Not Foster's. Don't worry, I've moved on to number 9. Just have forgotten someone, joke, mate. Obviously, Christmas party is the right now. It's the first memory I have with Janine at Transree. And I thought she was a lovely girl, very beautiful eyes, nice smile. Obviously did nothing, because I won tickets to Elton John, which is totally late. He was talking to me to obviously try and get an intro. But anyway, it was a missed opportunity, and I regret that moment of indecision. Luckily we bumped into each other in Clapham, and I was retracing this all last night with my thoughts. And we then went for drinks in quite a well-known bar, I think it's anymore, called People's Republic. And Shane, you might remember that. You were there too? I don't think anyone else agreed. It was a really good night, but into start, I just took a little while to move things on, and Shane may come to this later. Anyway, we took a little while to get there, but Home House with Janine last year was amazing. As you can imagine, Janine did a lot of work on that, but made some really good decisions. It's worked out so well. I think we've got a lot happier, having a little home together, little garden. Janine's such a great person. Anyone who knows her will realise how thoughtful she is. Everyone comes around. It's a great home. She's so generous, and she's absolutely charming and lovely to everybody. And it's been a great year and a bit. This year's been one of the best years, well, the best year of my life, without doubt. Categorically emphasise that. I proposed to Janine in December last year, and we had such a good time that I forgot to propose. We were in Appleseed Bar, and Janine was loving it. She was dancing on the table, so didn't want to get the moment wrong. We went for lunch the next day, and she was a bit hungover, didn't want to drink, but we had a bit of the right place. I was very pleased, and she said hello. Hello? I didn't get that message. I was really pleased. We went back here, and we tried to do a little trip to San Moritz to get Janine there before you were no longer at Moritz. But road conditions didn't prevail. So It didn't happen, but we had a great ski holiday together. I'm so pleased. I think we made a great skiing couple, which is amazing. Obviously, there's more to life than that. But that was pretty much number one at the same point. No, it's brilliant. But this year, Janines worked so hard. I cannot describe how hard she worked. So the wedding still, she had an office move, which is pretty boring chat, but I've never seen someone get out into the office at 7 AM and deal with the wedding, and it's been fantastic. And I'm so proud of you and pleased, and to see you smile makes it all worthwhile. It's been a hard year, and I look forward to going home with you. And congratulations to my wife. That's amazing.
Sponsored by Castle Lane Tourism Regiment, we have the best man, Mr. Shane Gasparino.
When you start. Well, thank you very much. Thanks. Many thanks for that great intro. It's been an amazing day so far, and I hope everyone's enjoying themselves. As you can tell, I am from Australia. Darren and I have had the pleasure of knowing Rhett over many years, and we both feel very privileged to have this honour of supporting him and representing him on his wedding day today. In particular, for the benefit of Janines' parents, Peter and Janet, our aim is to provide an insight into what makes him a fine, outstanding representative of the insurance world. A son-in-law and now husband of the beautiful Janine. For I stand before you and play what I feel is a major part in the union of these two. But we'll get that soon. Also to the Hewitt family, who I got to know well as they became like a family to me. Even bestowing me a new name, I'd be known as Wayne to them. I'll let this pause. Les and Shirley trust me with Rhett's well-being during our 5 years living together. And during that time, I think I've had a positive influence on Rhett, contributing to making him the man he is today. It was certainly a clash of cultures when we first met. Country boy from New South Wales, befriending the refined English gens of Surrey. I don't really understand this bloke, I thought. Lounges were settees, and Rovers were apparently Britain's finest cars. But we quickly bonded over a mutual love of football, beers, and chasing women, and a friendship was soon born. 10 years ago, he would have been aghast at how Australian culture and its people now dominate his life. From me and some of the boys here tonight, his brother-in-law James, to his now adopted cricket team. Well, perhaps it hasn't quite extended that far, but I'm sure one day he'll see the light and stop reminiscing about the 2005 Ashes. Things that I wrote this before recent events. We won't talk about that. But I first met Rhett on a weekend in Birmingham in 2003. A place he knew well from his university days, hanging out with Darren. The two of them educating themselves on £1 pints on a Monday night at the Dome. It was every Monday night for 3 years. We struck up a friendship over a few cold snake bites and a walkabout up there. And when a situation arose that I needed a new flatmate, he was the first on my list and happily agreed to move to Clapham. Little did he know that he'd be giving up his mega pad in the city to move to a small 2-bedroom box where the alcoholics gathered outside on a Sunday morning. The walls were paper thin and the bathroom lacked adequate ventilation. Something I'd soon realised we'd require when living with Rhett. But wiggle this bathroom aside, good times and great memories were had during that rotation. The sounds, the smells, and the smells were intense. But also it was the beers at the fire flame up, footy in Brixton with soap show, breakfast at Bonbons in Abbeville Village, deconstructing the events of the night before, who pulled who, the sounds of doors closing on a Sunday morning, before holding inquest into who Lucky Girl was. The diet of spaghetti bolognese, Sainsbury pizzas, and of course, the cheese. I'd never realised before that an evening main meal at home could consist of crackers and a fine selection of both soft and hard cheeses. These were no longer confined to the dessert part of the meal, and were a staple of the Hewitt diet. All I would need was a block of cheddar in the fridge and dinner was served. Rhett was also a legend of the betting world. I was soon introduced to the wonders of sweating over a Blackburn-Bolton game at 0-0, requiring 2 goals with 10 minutes to play. Surprisingly, these wins are few and far between. Yet when this came off, I knew a big night was on the cards. It would begin with burgers and beers at the Avalon, migration to a few pubs in Clapham High Street, then onto the table dancing hunting grounds of PR, where the Jaeger flowed freely and the women vied for our attention. The night usually ending with a lovely midnight snack and insightful conversation with the staff at Giselle Gabat. These nights out quickly became a structured routine for all of us. And whenever I thought Rhett might have found his perfect match on the tables of PR, I'd later find him alone comatose in the corner of the bar. His ability to fall asleep in the middle of the nightclub became legendary. Little did we know that one day a lady would appear on the scene who would refuse to let Rhett's narcoleptic behaviour and desire to live a bachelor lifestyle get the better of her. She would be determined to snag the man. These episodes of sleepiness would also extend to the London Underground. We've all been there. A boozy night out on a cold winter's night, drunken tube ride home, dozing off to sleep, only to wake a few stations past our destination. It's happened to all of us, it's nothing that extraordinary. Not for Rhett though. He would take this to the extreme. Not only did he ride at the end of the Northern Line one evening, but remain asleep and continue to ride the tube up and down the line. A number of times in fact. Only to think again in Morgan. Finally emerging from the underground, his pride slightly dented, along with his right leg, which was now heavily bruised, presumably from someone trying to rouse him from his slumber. We'd have been none the wiser about this epic tube journey, except that his leg injury resulted in a trip to the hospital and put him on the football sidelines for a number of weeks. But that's the type of man Rhett is. Honest to the bone, a man of substance and integrity, a man who loved to nurture and lead the way for his young counterparts in the insurance world. A man that would come to play an integral part in the development of the under-35s insurance fraternity. A fraternity that he refused to let go of and will continue to receive his patronage well beyond 35. I hope he's retired from that now. But most of all, he's my mate. For us Aussies, there is no higher status. He's the mate you depend on to be there for a beer. The guy who can secure ashes tears. A person we all love. So to Janine, a woman who has accepted Rhett for who he is. The cheese lover, the faffer, the sportsman and punter. Long ago, Rhett told me about this girl from his work, but was unsure he could sustain a relationship with a colleague. It can't be done, he'd say. I convinced him otherwise. Although I felt that Janine could saw this too and hatched a plan to snare him by simply moving jobs. And she did so for him. But it was one particular evening not long after they first met, when myself and Rhett went out with Janine and a group of her friends. Under immense pressure, I single-handedly was able to distract the girls long enough for Rhett and Janine to have some time together. And it was time enough. There would be no falling asleep that night. I knew then she called him. There would be no letting go, and here we are today. Rhett, if it wasn't for Janine, you'd be still hanging out at under 35 insurance parties. Eating cheese at dinner. And Janine, we have you to thank for shuffling Rhett along and bringing us all here together today. So Rhett and Janine, you guys are truly meant for each other. So congratulations, and may you have a long, happy marriage together.
Yeah.